Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to do kind of a talking head video because it's been something on my mind and I just kind of wanted to see what you guys think. I know I think I'm up to, 80 subscribers now. Thank you very much for subscribing and, clicking on the channel and watching the videos I put out. It means a lot to me. But I want to have a thing. I'm going to talk to you guys for a few minutes, just a short video. And I want you guys to comment, or whoever clicks on this video, just leave me a comment. Tell me your thoughts on this, because I'd like to know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple friends come over, and we're going to sit down and have the same conversation from varying degrees of age and see what everybody thinks. So here's my thought. My thought is that, how are we going to keep this up with vintage instruments? We have $100,000 Les Pauls and $60,000 Strats and everything, and is it going to keep trending upward where we keep seeing the prices go up after everybody that idolizes these guitars starts to die off? I mean, I could see how, yes, because they do bring out the reissues, and we have the Les Paul Burst reissues, and we have the Fender 50s and 60s Tele and Strat reissues, but honestly, do you guys honestly think that after everyone that's alive now that idolize these guitars and wanted them, are they still going to be here? Is that still going to be a thing in the coming years, or is it going to fall off and these guitars are going to drop out of favor? Especially looking at like today, where people are playing more extended range guitars with fan frets or 8 strings, or they're playing stuff like my Jackson Dinky, where you got a Floyd Rose on it. Or they're looking at other brands. They're not looking at Fender and they're not looking at Gibson. They're looking at Charvel, Schecter, and I know Charvel's owned by Fender. But they're looking at Schecter, Jackson. They're looking at Ibanez, especially, and other brands like that. I don't know how it can hold out unless there is a lot of guys that still idolize these. And I do see it. I see Slash with the 59 Les Paul. You have Jimmy Page with his Telecaster that he always played. You got Malcolm Young with the Gretches. You got Angus Young with the SG. You have Tom Petty with the Rickenbacker. I mean, you got Eric Clapton with the Strat. I see that now. Now with John Mayer, he's playing Paul Reed Smith. Everybody wants a PRS. And that makes a lot of sense to me. I see how it makes sense. I really do. I don't know if we can keep up the whole thing of the prices that they're at. I mean, $100,000 for a Gibson Burst or more. And that's, $100K for a player's grade one, I think is the last I saw. $60,000 for a 5960 Stratocaster that's in good shape. A 52 Blackguard Teles are going for 10, 15, 20, 30 grand now. I get that. I see it on two sides, though. I see these instruments. I see it where people finally have the money to buy the instrument they had when they were a kid or they always wanted. That makes sense to me. I mean, when I first started playing, I had a 65 Silvertone Bobcat, which, if you're familiar with that, it's a little 3/4 scale guitar, 2 gold foil pickups. Harmony made one. They were made pretty much all over the place. Different names. Now, I'd love to have another one, just to have it on the wall, because it's what I learned to play on for a long time. But the prices of them back 10, 15 years ago, you could pick one up for $150 in pretty darn good shape. I mean, almost pristine. Now they're $500, for a player's grade one that's been played and been used, which is fantastic, but that's a great, outrageous price, I feel, for something. But I really just kind of want your guys' opinion on this. And I'm going to use it in a whole nother video to, kind of show and talk about this with a few of my friends and see what their thoughts are too, because one of them does collect vintage instruments, and the other one is a newer player, and he's younger, and he plays extended range guitars, and he also plays things with, Floyd Roses on them. He plays BC Rich, Jackson, stuff like that. I mean, he's even playing a Squier, which is not even a traditional Squier. It's one of the Master Series guitars with a set neck and humbuckers and 3 per side headstock. It looks more like an SG to me than anything. So if you guys would, please leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this, because I'm starting to wonder how long the guitar prices are going to steadily climb. especially with vintage guitars or guitars that people played. I know you got Joe Bonamassa right now. He's buying up every burst he can find, that's his thing. But a lot of these guitars, if they're played guitars by artists, like if it was Jimi Hendrix's Strat or something like that, I think it should go to a museum because it's part of music history at that point. It should be where other people can enjoy it and see it, not trapped away in some artist or some collector's vault of some sort, which is not a way for a guitar to be, or any instrument for that matter, whether it be a piano, like let's say, or a bass guitar, or even an accordion for that matter. It doesn't matter to me. If it has some significance behind it that influenced music today, it should be where other people can enjoy it as well, not just hanging out in a collector's vault or house under lock and key where nobody gets any enjoyment out of it. But then again, maybe they get the enjoyment out of it. You tell me. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, look at amplifiers too, though. The prices are through the roof now for silver face Fenders, old Marshalls, 800, the 800 JCMs are even expensive now. The JT45s are crazy. Any old orange amp is outrageously high priced, which, I mean, I get it. It's vintage gear and everybody wants vintage gear. I do get it. I understand it. But I'm all in all, I'm just very curious of what you guys think, and I want to hear your opinion. Excuse me, a little dry throat here and there. I just want to know. So leave me a comment down below so I can use your guys. I'm going to use your guys' comments just to let you know in the next video I make on this subject with my buddies. And we're going to go through a whole bunch of them, and we're going to talk about this because I think it needs to be talked about. I think for me, it's a big question whether vintage gear is going to hold the impact it does in 15, 20 years, or if it's going to start to fall out of favor to more newer gear, and then the newer gear like this 97 Jackson that I have is going to come into favor. The 80s guitars that the 80s musicians played. Because honestly, I have no want to ever have a burst in my collection, ever. A 52 Blackguard Telly, yes, maybe, if I got a good price on it. I've never wanted a vintage Strat. So it's kind of like that for me. So I just want to know how you feel. Or even leave me a comment, like, if you had a choice and you could afford it, what guitar would be in your collection? I mean, price-wise, it doesn't matter. Just let me know. I don't even care. I don't care if it's like whatever it is. It's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you'd like. I'll get to you guys back, and you'll whoever comments on this will be in the next video. And I hope it's a bunch of you. Again, thank you for everybody that's subscribed. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for leaving me comments. I really appreciate it. Please, if you like this video and you want to see the next one, hit the subscribe button for me. Do me a favor. Or even hit the like. Leave me a comment. I'll see you guys next time. And thank you again.